Hey everybody, Matthew Morris, MM Studio. Today is Sunday, August 27th, which means it's time for another shop update. Well, here she is, everybody. She's finished, she's in the house, and I think she looks fantastic. I am in love with this coffee table. I think it's the perfect piece for this part of the house in our living room, and I couldn't be happier with the color, with how just the joinery came together, just everything in this coffee table I'm really in love with. So let me walk you through what happened in the shop this week. So first off, I took some East Indian rosewood I already had milled up from the dining table project, cut it to length, and marked out the shape of my butterfly keys, and then cut that over at the bandsaw. Then I took my butterfly keys and found the exact position I wanted them on the crack. There's 2 keys in total, and I knifed the edges of those keys onto the tabletop itself. And then with some pencil, I made them a little bit darker. And then with my drill, I hogged out a bunch of the waste, and then I came in with my router and cut really close to the lines and finished all that off with some chisel work. And this week I released a quick tip video talking about how I tinted my epoxy using dust from the wood on the tabletop to, if there's any gaps, fill those in to secure the butterfly key to the tabletop, and of course fill those gaps in. So there is a link to that video below, as well as up here in the cards if you're watching on YouTube. So after the butterfly keys were in and the epoxy had dried for a day, I flushed them to the surface with a bench plane, block plane, and a card scraper. Now while that epoxy was drying, I was also applying finish to the base. And I built up the finish on the base to 3 coats in total. And then I brought the tabletop over to the base and found how I wanted everything to positioned, and drew with pencil the outer edges of my base, flipped everything over, and then drilled my pilot holes and screwed my base into the tabletop. Now, I knew that I would not be completely square up here in the front. So I drew some lines, and then with a straight edge and my circular saw, I removed just a little bit of material in the front to square this up to the front of the base. Now with that all done, I could start sanding the tabletop. I finished sanding the bottom, flipped it over, and then focused on the top itself, and of course the end grain and the edges. Now with all that sanded, it was time to get some finish on this tabletop, and that's what I did. I built up 3 coats on the bottom, 5 coats on the top over the course of the week, and then brought everything here upstairs, and then I screwed the top to the base, and that's it. It's done. I'm so jazzed. This is the first furniture project I built in the new shop here in Atlanta, and I'm loving the new shop, by the way. And I'm really in love with this table. I think it's going to be a great centerpiece here in the living room. So here's some beautiful shots of it for you guys to take a look at. All right, well that's pretty much it for this week here in the shop. I couldn't have asked for a better week. So as always, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. If you're watching this on Facebook, hit the like button, share your timeline, and head over to the MM Studio page and like us there as well. And as always, have a great week in your shop.